could, plug in the numbers and know where to go to get the numbers to plug it in, then we could, do that. So, yeah.
But what were you, before we vote, what were you getting at, like, exactly?
Well, I just,
So make sure I can follow you after
yeah,
my
I'm
brain
not
is
trying to
toast.
get, I'm not trying to get at anything, I'm just trying to make sure I understand, what he's going to actually be doing for us, what he's gonna be providing to us.
So,
Um,
he has a scope of service
okay.
on that thing, if you want to take, briefly look at
Is
that.
that on this piece of paper?
Council, yes,
Okay.
agreement for, right there.
Okay.
And
A
that,
water and sewer rate analysis to be completed by the engineer to review current and former information provided by the town in regards to customers, revenue, expenses, and other pertinent information in order to assess rates and make recommendation to onto town water and rate structure. So, the rate structure is just a different word from cost. You know, I know obviously we have to know what it costs to be able to decide what we're going to charge for it and what have you, but I just, you know, I wanted to know if he was going to give us input on
And it would just
what we should
be
be
that,
charging.
is just input,
Yeah.
but it would be very factual.
And he's gonna work with our auditor. And the thing is that I don't know exactly how to do, and, would be, anybody could probably get the cost, but, you know, when we've got big expenses like these sewer bills, I mean, repairs and all like that, you can't just all, that year charge all that to the water and sewer. You know, you're gonna have to amortize it somehow, and that's the thing I don't understand, but, you know, if he gets with,
Alright, so he's,
we'll
right, so
we'll
input
know
from
something.
the town, that will include information from our auditor.
Yeah.
And information from our office,
Yeah.
and information from Infomark
Mhm.
that we
See,
contract with.
I don't know if the auditor gets his figures, all our figures, you know, that's what I want Temple to do, is go to each, division of this and find out what all their expenses are, no matter what they are. And independent contractors, repair service, all that stuff, you know, and then, when we put in a new water line or something like that, you know, we gotta, between the two of them, I think they can come
Okay,
up
so
with
not
it.
just production costs, but also repairs and things
It's
like
all
that
in
would
there.
be included in this.
It's all in there.
And our administrative costs as well.
Exactly, because I think we might not have added that in when we.
Previously, it appears that we did not.
Yeah, so we're losing money, I think. But we're
Well,
not
but
sure.
the main thing is just to know
Yeah,
and to have a concrete analysis, good, bad, or ugly, but instead of just
yeah,
Okay,
pulling some number out of the sky.
yeah.
and one other question is, so I'm assuming this would be current, and are we gonna do this again next year, or will he give us a formula,
Well,
or
that's
is he
what
going to give us some
That's
structure
where,
so
when
that
he gets
we can
through.
manage this on our own
Yeah,
going
yeah,
forward?
that's the whole thing. I would hope at the end of the day, he could say, okay, you need to get a figure from over here and another figure over here, and we'll put them all together and we'll have a formula.
Right, and then who would be responsible for coming up with that number? Would that be our town manager or director of
Probably
public
a
works?
combination, right?
Or
Yeah.
clerk, or water and sewer chair, or
Whoever, I don't know that it makes any difference. I would.
would it be a
Town manager.
collaboration between all of those people?
Right, so-
Some managers charge for that, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
But he would have to get his numbers and stuff.
yeah.
You collaborate.
Collaboration is
Right,
the word.
you need time to roll. All right, motion's on the floor by Bishop, seconded by Thompson. All those in favor, Bishop?
Yes.
Pace is absent. Thompson?
Yes. Okay, the second item, is a sewer repair. We've got two estimates, but, they're really not the same, but one is, I'd call it a patch or repair, and the other one is involved with, basically renewing about 400 feet of line, but it's triple what what the patch would be, and so I think, based on the fact that we've already reached our limit for repairs and everything, expenses that we can't afford to do much more than the patch. And, that proposal was issued by Guy Riddle, and, it's just to repair the broken sewer main North Main Street with $46,252.50. And, that work needs to be done, because we've got a sinkhole up there, it's not getting any better.
Well, having a quote for the other will be valuable though, because we can use it to look forward at our capital improvements plan and
Yes.
possibly find a way to work
Yes,
that in
very-
as we go
very
along
neat
in
way.
other areas too, not just that
Yeah.
one area, but maybe we think
Yeah.
about that as a part of our sort of big plan.
It's expensive, but it gets less expensive if you do a lot of it, you
Sure.
know, and it's a good way to do it, and you don't have to dig up everything. Yeah.
And we can prioritize and pick some of our, top likely areas to try to implement that, maybe we can find some funding for it.
Yeah, I expect, we really probably haven't set aside enough money for repairs. We've got an ancient system, but we talk to other cities and towns and stuff, they're just like we
Yeah.
are. These sewer lines are way too expensive to replace. So this might be a real good way of doing that. So, anyway, can we make a motion?
Yes, I wish we could go ahead and afford to repair this and all the
Yeah.
manholes and stuff, but, I agree with you that we've already spent more. And so I make a motion that we spend, we go with Guy T. Riddle and his bid of $46,252.50 to do the saw cutting, demo curbing, excavating, export spoils, pump off, pipe and fitting, stone backfill, new curbing, asphalt replacement, as soon as possible to repair that damaged area.
And that's North Main, right?
Right. You're familiar with that place? Yes.
Alright, so you basically, your motion was the scope of work, okay.
Yeah, the scope of work would have been much easier to have said.
I'll second.
Shorthand, okay, the motion was by Bishop, seconded by Thompson. Any discussion, would you call the roll? Bishop,
Yes.
Pace is absent, Thompson.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
So,
4:21.
Stick around, but 4:30 here.